Beginning. The arena of Nyrith stretched endlessly beneath twin suns, its jagged walls carved from obsidian that glimmered with faint veins of luminescent crystal. Thousands of spectators crowded the tiers above, their faces hidden behind ceremonial masks, voices blending into a low, vibrating hum that matched the tension in the air. At the center of this battlefield, Lyra Sarum, a champion of the outer clans, knelt in the sand, bruised, bleeding, and on the brink of surrender. She had fought valiantly. Her skill with the dual vibroblades was unmatched in the northern circuits, and yet tonight, against the tournament's reigning champion, a towering brute known only as Kale Draven, her speed and strategy could not save her from exhaustion. Each swing of her blade had been countered, each attack parried, her own defenses gradually eroded by the relentless assault. Kale towered over her, muscles rippling beneath armor etched with the sigils of his victories. His hammer, larger than most combatants' entire torsos, hovered above him as he prepared the killing strike. Lyra's vision blurred. The crowd roared, sensing the inevitable end. She braced herself, expecting the last, crushing blow, ready to welcome the cold embrace of death. Then came a whisper of air, a sound too precise to be wind, a hissing, and a flash of movement to her left. Middle. The arrow flew, its trajectory impossibly clean, its velocity beyond anything Lyra had seen from a human. Kale froze for a split second, eyes widening in disbelief before the missile found its mark. His massive chest erupted with a crimson blossom, the hammer slipping from his grip as he toppled backward. Lyra's heart pounded, disbelief mingling with relief. The human? Here? Alone? From the shadows of the arena entrance, Ethan Hale emerged, bow in hand, his lean frame moving with the confidence of someone who had spent a lifetime unseen but always watching. He was a human, one of the few who had dared to enter the gladiatorial circuits for reasons no one yet understood. His eyes, bright and calculating, scanned the battlefield as he nocked another arrow, prepared for the chaos that was already erupting around him. Lyra, still on her knees, struggled to her feet. Her blades, slick with sweat and blood, trembled in her hands. "Who are you?" she gasped. Ethan did not answer immediately. Instead, he scanned the upper tiers where other assassins, hired spectators, and rogue contestants stirred. Then, with a flick of his wrist, he aimed another arrow and shot it cleanly, disarming two attackers before they even knew he had moved. "I'm the one who doesn't miss," he said finally, voice low but steady, carrying over the din, "and I don't leave people to die unfairly." Lyra blinked. The human was as mysterious as he was deadly. But even in that moment, she realized something vital. He had changed the rules of her fight, and perhaps the rules of the arena itself. The alliance. The two moved together, an uneasy pairing born of necessity. Lyra's dual blades complemented Ethan's range precision, forming a rhythm neither of them had anticipated. Kale's followers, initially emboldened by their champion's apparent victory, found themselves falling back under the coordinated assault of blades and arrows. Hours passed, or maybe minutes, time blurred in the arena, but every movement Ethan made saved her, and every strike Lyra landed gave them ground. The spectators, sensing a shift, grew silent. They had come for a spectacle of death, and instead, they witnessed something far more electrifying, a team that should never have existed. Between the battles, Ethan shared little, but each word carried weight. He had once been a scholar, a scout, and a hunter across uncharted star systems. "I've trained for things you've never seen," he said. "I've fought in terrains humans shouldn't survive. You want to live? Then follow my lead. Trust me." Lyra had never trusted anyone easily, and yet she did. Perhaps it was instinct. Perhaps it was the desperate need to survive. Whatever it was, she let go of pride, let go of fear, and followed. The turning point. The final challenge awaited at the arena's heart. A massive construct of obsidian and crystal, a mechanical monstrosity programmed to eliminate the last remaining fighters. Its limbs moved like serpents, its eyes glowed like molten cores, and its attacks were relentless. Kale's followers had been defeated, either dead or fled, leaving the two humans facing a machine designed to kill the best. Lyra's blades danced, parrying strikes meant to crush her, while Ethan's arrows struck joints, pressure points, and weak spots with inhuman precision. "On my mark," Ethan shouted. "When it's exposed, aim for the core." Lyra nodded, synchronizing her movements with his. They moved like shadows and storms, coordinated, unrelenting. Each strike and shot weakened the construct, each feint buying them milliseconds that felt like hours. Then, finally it was open. Its central core glowed bright red for a moment. A brief heartbeat before destruction. Lyra leaped, driving one blade deep into the core, while Ethan fired an arrow that struck precisely where her attack had begun. The core shattered. Energy erupted. Sparks flew. The arena shook as the construct collapsed in a shower of crystal and metal. Silence followed. Ending. Lyra sank to her knees again, this time from exhaustion, not defeat. Ethan approached, offering his hand. She took it, a simple gesture that spoke volumes. Gratitude, respect, and perhaps the beginning of trust. The spectators, initially stunned into silence, erupted in applause, though the sound felt distant to both of them. Kale Draven was gone. His empire of terror ended, and the arena had witnessed a new legend. The human who saved the champion and the warrior who learned to survive alongside him. Ethan sheathed his bow. "You fight well," he said quietly. "Better than most in this arena, and smarter than any human I've seen." Lyra smiled faintly, exhaustion and relief mingling. "And you? Who are you really? Why save me?" "I don't leave people to die unfairly," he replied, echoing the words that had first saved her. For the first time in years, Lyra allowed herself to breathe. She had survived. The champion was dead, and she had found an ally where she least expected one. As the twin suns dipped below the horizon of the arena, their light cast long shadows across the sand. Together, Lyra and Ethan walked from the battlefield, each step leaving behind the echoes of death, and each heartbeat carrying the promise of survival, and perhaps a bond forged in the crucible of combat. The legend of that day would be told for centuries. She lost, braced for death, and was saved by the human who would change the fate of all who fought beside him.